Welcome to Anime Out of Context, a comedy review show hosted by a basement dweller who grew up scrounging terrible fan subs on sketchy websites prior to the convenience of modern streaming, alongside a willfully ignorant soul whose only knowledge of anime comes from the shows forced upon him here. This show will contain spoilers, incorrect information, and copious amounts of adult language. Our hosts are not experts on any topic, and everything they say should be taken with a grain of salt. Thank you for listening, and enjoy.
Hello and welcome to Anime Out of Context, the show where I attempt to explain the sometimes weird, sometimes wonderful, but always hilarious world of anime.
And I go one-on-one versus God himself.
I'm Sean Rollins.
I'm Remington Chase.
And Remington, have you recovered mostly from last week, you think? Are you feeling better?
I've mostly been just trying to find sort of my sense of self. Because it's not that I was thrown into the abyss, it's just that I sort of lost any flavor or color in the world.
So you're looking for a bit more spice, something that'll really bring things back into perspective, as it were.
I was thinking that I was until those words exited your mouth, and now I am second guessing because I don't know, I got a bad feeling about just the way you said that.
What? I'm trying to help you, Rem. I realize that last time it was a bit of a bland, sour taste in your mouth that made you very angry. So maybe I want to give you something that's going to give you plenty to talk about. That is definitely, going to add a bit more flavor into your life, your experience.
And that's why we're watching the Spice Girls documentary. All of our favorite anime waifus.
The Spice Girls. The Spice Girls are our waifus.
and then of course, this has always been a Spice Girls podcast. Of course.
Oh yeah, 1000%.
Over there we have Weeby Spice.
Weeby Spice.
Yep. We have our editor, Broody Spice. And finally we have me. That's it.
You could have come up with a good Spice Girl name for you.
I don't need a particular designation.
Well, you don't want to go with something simple like cilantro?
I am just. And the crazy thing is, while most would be like, not too spicy, yet still too spicy for a lot of weebs.
Okay. Whatever you say.
I don't know.
I don't know if we can say that. I don't know.
Now that it's been said a couple times, I don't feel great.
No, it doesn't work, does it?
It doesn't. It sounds like I'm trying to make some particular statements that I'm not trying to make.
No. Like, maybe you could get away with,
Oh God! Oh wait, what was the fucking show that we saw where everybody was a fucking spice name? We've made.
Oh God, High Guardian Spice.
There we go. All right, so so we have Weeby Spice, Broody Spice, and High Guardian Spice. There we go.
Yeah. So Dylan, just edit out all of that horrible shit we just said.
All right. What the fuck are we doing this week, Sean? Let's just steamroll on over.
Okay.
What anime are we doing?
Well, Rem, you needed something that is spicy, something that is worth talking about, something that I could not in any world describe as bland. So I have something special prepared for you. The anime that we're going to be covering today is simply titled Pop Team Epic.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Any guesses on what that could possibly be about?
All right. Well, it's definitely going to It's an idol anime, Hundo P.
Okay.
But it's an action idol anime.
An action idol anime?
That's what makes it so epic, you see, is so they're going to be singing and kicking ass at the same time.
Okay.
It's like a Powerpuff Girls musical episode. That's basically what I got in my head right now.
Wow. You're wrong. But
how wrong am I?
Pretty wrong.
Fuck.
I'll be honest with you, Rem. If I gave you, let's say 30 minutes of just you making up guesses, you would never get it right.
Oh, no. All right. So what is it about?
That's the thing, Rem.
What the fuck?
I don't really know.
What Okay. All right. Okay, buddy.
And that's because, Rem, this show is weird. There is a premise to it, but very much so, it is not like anything I think we've ever seen.
I'm gonna like hit play on it on my computer, and then I'll notice like my webcam turns on. And it's just like staring back at me with various filters that keep changing, right?
It's very avant-garde.
Yeah. But then the filters gradually become like more and more realistic and more intense till eventually I'm just questioning my very reality.
I mean, you can do that with just a fun few Photoshop filters, my guy, but that's okay.
No, but we need the psychological trauma to be a part of it.
We need the psychological trauma. That's the important part. And who knows? Maybe the show will psychologically traumatize you. I don't know. But so Pop Team Epic is something I've been like keeping. Like, even back when we first started this show, this came out in winter of 2018, so literally right when we started the show. And I was doing research for anime for us to do on the podcast that I thought would be interesting. I thought about bringing this to the show pretty early on, and then I thought to myself, I barely know how to introduce this anime. I've got to give it some time. I've got to think about it. I've got to really let this one stew.
And after so much stewing, you've come to the conclusion, I don't know, man.
No, it's been 4 years, and at this point I think, well, might as well do it, because honestly, it's an experience, my guy. It's an experience. The general premise, Rem, is simply, it's about our two main characters, Papuko and Pipami.
Oh, fuck. All right. Yeah, sure. Cool.
Yeah. And they are two genuine high school girl protagonists. All right. You with me so far?
Okay.
Popoko is, short and easily angered, whereas Pipami is tall but more like the calm, kind of like the straight man character. And it is quite literally a show where they just plaster you with a combination of references, sketches, rude words, rude hand signs, and overall weird experiences, and I barely know what to make of it. And that's not even the weirdest part of the show.
Okay.
The weirdest part of the show, Rem, is that technically the episodes are only about 11 or 12 minutes long.
All right, yeah, sure. I mean, that's not too weird.
But for whatever reason, Rem, the official release has two versions of each episode kind of stapled together. Except you get the first episode, and then at the very end of it, it starts immediately playing the same episode again, but with completely different voiceover and completely different goofs and slightly twisted. And
What? All right, wait. Is this some spot the difference bullshit? What's going on?
I don't know if it's supposed to be that, Rem, but you bet your ass that's what I was doing when I was researching it. Because when I first started watching the show, I had no idea what to expect. I went in completely fucking blind because I was like, oh, this looks strange and weird. Let's have a look. Maybe it'll be interesting for the podcast. Started watching it, and I was like, okay, so it's surreal, absurdist comedy. Okay. This could be interesting to talk about. And then we get to the halfway point in the episode, or the end of the episode. I can't decide which it is at this point. And then it starts over again. I'm like, wait, didn't I already see... But wait, they sounded... Then that's not exactly what was said. What the fuck is going on? And I was so flabbergasted and confused that I just kept watching. And by the end of 3 episodes, I thought to myself, can I turn this into a viable podcast episode? I don't know. But damn it, I'm here today to find out if it can even be done. Because we've gotten requests for it, because a lot of people seem to say, hey, this is weird, show it to Rem. He might find some value in it, or he might just be so confused that we'll laugh at him.
And so this is when we record 2 part 2s. One with us, where I'm giving my thoughts and feelings. We have some goofs, and then a very, very similar one with different voice actors, which has different goofs.
We just have the Shonen Flop guys come and
yeah, they just.
David Jordan, get in here. Come on. Yeah, just overdub this episode we just recorded.
It'd be great. It would be great.
It would be great, but we do not want to put those guys through this because they do a lot of good work on their own. But with that in mind, Rem, do you have any questions, any at all, that I can attempt to answer and then tell you no, I can't, and let's just watch the anime?
Yeah. None that I think you would be able to provide any assistance with.
Yeah. The only additional thing I will add is part of the reason I chose this anime was because, obviously, the spice factor. And the other thing is the source of this manga was actually one of our big complaints, one of your big complaints, I should say, last week, in regards to source material, as this is based off of a 4-koma manga.
What?
Oh, dear. I'll re-explain that. 4-koma is like a slang phrase for, like, 4-comic. So in other words,
cool.
It's short form 4-panel manga. And so they're cramming a lot of shit into a single episode or a single double episode. I genuinely don't know.
But how can it be? See, I'm just waiting, for me to watch it, and it's not double episodes at all.
Oh, God, if that happens, I'm going to be so upset.
And then I just come back and I'm like, Sean, are you having a stroke?
Oh, God. I know that's what it does on Crunchyroll. If you go through another site and it doesn't do that, I might be made a complete fool of.
Only one way to find out.
Oh, gods be praised. So without further ado, let's go watch some Pop Team Epic.
So what is it about?
That's the thing, Rem.
What the fuck?
I don't really know.
What? You fucked me, Sean. You fucked me here. What the fuck do you want from me in this episode? What the fuck do you want me to say? What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back after consuming 3 or maybe 6 whole episodes of Pop Team Epic. And Rem, I gotta ask, are you as confused as I am, or have you somehow seen through the Matrix and can fully understand what we just saw?
No, Sean, actually, I have a question.
Oh, good. I don't know if I can answer it, but I'll try.
What the fuck do you want from me in this episode? What the fuck do you want me to say? What the fuck am I supposed to do?
I don't know, Rem. I thought maybe you'd be able to figure out what the fuck was going on in this show. Maybe you could tell me something for once. I don't know. I do a lot of explaining on the show, and I thought to myself, hey, maybe Remington would like a chance to explain something.
What the fuck am I supposed to explain? How am I supposed to try and describe this shit?
I don't know. Is there a plot to this show?
No! God, no! Sometimes, at its peak, there will be a plot that lasts a minute and a half. That is... I think that might only happen once or twice, but it happens.
A minute and a half? Oh, that seems like a long time, Rem.
Alright, so...
Okay.
I usually take copious amounts of notes when watching anime, right?
Yeah.
Just for the sake of the podcast. Normally, for like 3 or 4 episodes, I'll get most of a page of just notes written down. And in this one, I was 2 minutes in when I just stopped.
Rem, I feel like aren't you doing a disservice to the show known as Pop
What
Team?
was I supposed to write about?
I don't know.
What was I supposed to say?
Intelligent discourse on the complexities of the show, perhaps?
Alright, okay, let's start not with the show, but with my feelings about the show.
Okay, alright. We can start with some emotions. We can get some psychology into this. Let's get philosophical, Rem. What are your thoughts?
Alright, first, with it being split in 2, but with there being subtle differences, not fully sure what to make of that, and at first I was like, okay, well, maybe it's like ad-lib, right? A lot of ad-libbing on the script, and it's just different voice actors' takes. But there's both too many similarities, but then too many major differences, like an entirely different live-action sequence, for that to make sense. So I don't know. I will say, on average, I prefer the male voice actors. I think it has the right energy.
The right
For
energy.
the show. As for how I feel about the rest of the show, overall I enjoyed it. I found it to be one of the most humorous shows we've ever seen.
Right.
I can't, that's it!
That's
What
it?
the fuck else am I supposed to say?
Well, Reb, we usually have a conversation about the show. We talk about the intricate details of the show. What makes it good, what makes it bad, like proper professional reviewers.
Alright, so, in one part of episode 1, I don't remember which one's which. Which one's which, Sean?
That's a toughie, man. I'll be honest.
Popoko and Papimi.
Pipimi is the blue-haired one. Popoko
Okay.
is the short, yellow-haired one.
All right. So at one point, Popoko is killed by Pipimi,
Oh wow, that's a short series.
and then goes through an abundance of different, primarily video game worlds, usually also ending in death before that bit ends. Worlds in like Skyrim is one of them. There's a Chrono Trigger reference. There's so much.
And yet you can't seem to find anything to talk about. This is an interesting scenario you've thrown yourself in, Remington.
Well, yeah, because all right, so there we go. So I've described it.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's it?
Well, it's not it, but everything about it, right, I can't describe. I can describe sort of sometimes the premise, and often not even that, of the bits.
The premise of the bits, huh?
But I can't, like 9 out of 10 times, I'm not going to be able to explain what's going on or why it's entertaining. Like, you fucked me, Sean. You fucked me here. my job is like, all right, here, let's organize my thoughts and justify my opinions. I can't do that. That's not an option here.
Oh, sure it is, Rem. You just do the same thing you've done for, like over 100 episodes. You look at the anime, you write the things down, and then you tell the lovely people who listen to us. I don't understand what's so difficult about that.
In episode 3, they have a bit where it's a pop group, right?
Okay.
And Pipimi is the manager, a gruff manager, and Popoko is the idol star who is just very gruff and flips off her entire audience, which is very common in all of the skits, and also smokes a lot. And Pipimi is tries out a bunch of different secondary background singers and shit. None of them work out till eventually Pipimi decides to just clone Popoko, and after cloning them, takes over the world. And becomes Bison from Street Fighter, and is generally satisfied.
Huh. And what do you think that means, Remington?
The deeper symbolism. I think it's a great commentary on how once any giant media conglomerate finds a formula that works, then they are simply going to continue repeating that formula on and on and on and on again until they create a cultural dictatorship. See basically everything Disney has done, either with their animated films or the MCU, and that we can try to stop it, but there's just no hope.
Encanto is pretty good, though.
I have heard good things. I've not seen it myself.
Oh, well, that's a shame. Yeah, it's quite enjoyable. Like, I'm not a big Disney animated film guy these days, but you know what? I thought it was pretty decent. But back to Pop Team Epic now, Remington. So you're telling me that this show is so absurd and so insane that it defies explanation?
I feel like this is not going to be a great episode of the podcast because I can't do my job, Sean. You've thrown an anime at me where it's like, yes, thumbs up. It's very interesting. Frankly, I don't think you normally need to watch both parts.
Right.
Mostly one part will be fine. If anything, I just wish there was like a list of differences, so maybe you can fast forward sometimes.
Maybe like a side-by-side like comparison so you can watch them at the same time and see how they're different.
Yeah, because like some of the differences are like, oh yeah, that's fun. But most of the time it's just like, whatever, all right. But the show itself is like super entertaining and wacky, and it's so frenetic and fast paced. And also I will say they have one of the best openings and just I guess end credit sequences I've ever seen. Not even end credit sequence, just end sequence, because it opens with Hoshiro Girl Drop, right? A
Right.
story about an idol singer and a bland bitch who becomes their manager. And they have a complete opening, a complete title sequence for Hoshiro Girl Drop, just shoujo as fuck.
Right.
And even have a proper opening scene of it before just being like, yeah, but that's not the show. We're just Pop Team Epic. But they at the end of every episode, they will do a little like tune in next week for more Hoshiro Girl Drop, where this will happen. And I do love that as an idea, and it's so silly and dumb, and I adore it.
So you're saying this anime is an absurdist wet dream then?
It is, if you took something a little bit like Robot Chicken, right?
Okay.
And then ramped up the absurdity.
Okay.
It's like, what? I'm trying to think. I can't remember the specific anime's name, but it's Robot Chicken mixed with, it was another like super fast-paced, frenetic, absurdist anime that I'm struggling to remember the name of.
Nichijou, maybe?
Probably Nichijou. If you take Robot Chicken, mix it with Nichijou, as well as, I don't know, that doesn't quite get you there, but it gets you mostly there.
It gets you mostly there. Just sprinkle a little cocaine on top, and that'll get you the energy you need to get Pop Team Epic.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I know what you sprinkle on top.
Oh?
And I'm struggling to remember what this one is called too, because I have too many anime in my fucking brain, and Pop Team Epic has just obliterated any of my working neurons. But the really good anime that was a love letter to animation itself.
Oh, keep your hands off Azoken.
Yes, sprinkle a little bit of that on there too.
Okay. You know, I can kind of see that. Because
Yeah.
it does like to swap between animation styles quite frequently.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on here, and it's insanely well done, right? I can totally see why this is like a popular as a comic, but then like it's also just, I think it works as a show as well, albeit don't binge too much of it at once.
Are you speaking from experience, Mr. Remington?
I think that just a couple episodes at a time. It's not something you're gonna go in and be like, all right, every single episode all at once. No, your brain's gonna be fried, my dude. You're gonna be fucked up.
Speaking from personal experience, you're right.
But I did really enjoy it, and like its jokes, a lot of them really hit. And the great thing is, even for the bits that either I don't understand or just don't find that funny, they're over in like 10 seconds. This is like the WarioWare of anime, where it's just like, okay, that's done. Okay, okay, that was a good one. Fuck. It's just that is very much the style we're going with here.
You just don't have time to process the complexity of the goof. So either you laugh or you pause, and then by the time you have any chance to think, the next bit has already started.
Yes, 1,000,000%. Well, sometimes by the time you get time to think, the next bit has already ended.
Oh.
That it's just But don't worry, it'll come around a second time with different voice actors.
Just in case you missed it the first time. Although the jokes will be slightly different this time around, so you have to mentally
But only
prepare
some
yourself.
of them, not all of them.
Only some of them. Yeah, we
Most
don't want to
of
get
it
too
will
ridiculous.
Most of it will follow the exact same script. Then some of it will be a little different, and then some of it will be very different. I don't feel good about making any claims because to say such a thing would be to pretend that I have any grasp on Pop Team Epic, which I do not claim to have.
You just stuck your head in for a bit, jumped back out, and were like, I have no idea. What was?
Yep.
Should I have made you watch more episodes? Was 3/6 not enough for you?
No, yeah, it was probably a good amount. I'll be honest.
Yeah?
At least for the sake of our podcast. Yeah, I don't know, dude.
So you're saying that this isn't going to be the next big philosophical anime that entire YouTube channels are going to be built upon and reviewing and trying to dissect the deeper meanings of Pop Team Epic?
Probably not, but at the same time, I don't want to like make any claims that this is a dumb show. It is a silly show. It's an absurdist show, but it is an insanely well done and thoughtful show. And also just a very impressively done show. In episode 2, for example, they have this bit that, like, I don't know, it's not very comedic, but it's insanely well done because they just make felt dolls of the two main characters and have a little stop motion idol sequence with them. Which, like, that didn't make me laugh, but that is very impressive on how well it was done. I don't know, this show's a fucking weird show, dude.
Look, I wasn't trying to sabotage you, Remington. I just thought that since previously you got stuck with something that was so, unnecessary, as you described it. Not your exact words, but, I didn't want to dredge up old wounds or anything. I figured if I gave you something that was, completely the opposite and a little bit spicy, a little bit goofy, that it might give you more to talk about this week, and you wouldn't be as angry.
I will say, compared to last week, Pop Team Epic does a lot more with a lot less.
It doesn't have just one bit that it it breaks off of. It's literally completely different every few seconds you tune in.
Yeah, and even within that, like, in just a few seconds, it will usually accomplish a lot more than Wave the House Husband did in, like, 2.5 minutes.
Well, that's impressive, honestly, Rem. I'm glad
to continue with, like, the WarioWare analogy.
Yeah.
It's like some of the WarioWare games are just, like, they're obviously super short, but you can tell that thought and polish has been put into them, as opposed to some games that are just, like, posted up on the Steam store where you get and you're like, oh, okay, well, this isn't much of anything, is it? And no, I understand that it can be a 12-hour experience. I'm just not going to be here for any of that because it's not good.
Oh, that's a little too relatable. Just going to say it right here. Don't pre-order things, guys. It's a mistake. Never do it. Wait for the reviews. Then decide if you want to buy it.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous trap. But with that in mind, Remington, do you have any guesses on what the MAL score for Pop Team Epic is?
Oh, fuck, dude. One of the hardest guesses I've ever had to make here.
Yeah.
I think it has polarized reactions, so I'm going to go fairly middle of the road. I'm going to say like 7.3.
Well, you're actually really close. Surprisingly, not many people have written reviews on this show in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Because, guess what? A little hard to write a review on this show. Which is why I thought it would be great to have you try. But with about only 85,000 ratings, Pop Team Epic is sitting nice and pretty at 7.28.
Okay. Yeah, super close to my guess then.
Yeah, no, just like a few, like 200ths, which is pretty close. And most of the reviews on it are either like big old 10s and then a couple like 1s and 2s, and then honestly, there aren't that many reviews. In fact, I think, I can only see 5 actual written reviews. Wait, let me expand it a little bit. Okay, no, there's a few more. Oh, there's 10 reviews. Excuse me. My apologies. I made a mistake. And most of them are like 8, 9, and 10s with like a couple 1, 2, and 3s, and then like 2 6s in the middle just to balance things out. And genuinely, it's an experience, Rem, and it's an experience I wanted to share with you. And mostly I wanted to see how much trouble you would have in this part of the podcast. It wasn't intentional sabotage, it just was coincidental sabotage.
One of the most difficult reviews I've ever had to do.
So would you give it a thumbs up then, Rem? Thumbs up?
Oh, easily. Once again, it made me laugh more than the vast majority of other anime. Definitely in the top 10, maybe in the top 5 of funniest anime that we've ever done.
And it was all a bunch of random, well-put-together nonsense.
Yep.
Well, we know what you like, Rem, but that makes sense. So I suppose, really, Rem, the only question I have left to ask you, is there any chance you'd like to watch some more Pop Team Epic? Can't say we'll do a second episode on it, because I feel like you would actually come down to my apartment and kill me if I did. But would you like to watch some more on your spare time?
Yeah, I think that would be enjoyable, but not all at once.
Just in small bits, just a taste of Pop Team Epic. You don't want to overdose on Pop Team Epic.
Yeah.
Well, sounds good to me. And with that, thank you all so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed Remington losing his fucking mind trying to figure out how to review a show that is, quite frankly, impossible to review, then please head on over to wherever you get your podcasts, whether that be Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Stitcher, Spotify, and leave us a review. It means the world to us, and we do read every single one. And if you'd like to support us directly, you can head on over to twitch.tv/animeoutofcontext, where myself, Remington, and Dylan occasionally play video games to the utter dismay of those watching. And if you'd like to support us even more directly than that, you can head on over to patreon.com/animeoutofcontext, where you can gain access to all kinds of lovely bonus material, including having the opportunity to have your name read aloud live on the podcast. So, Remington, who are we thanking this week?
Well, as always, I would like to send all of our regards to our bland bitch protagonists, as well as our magical girls, who we really appreciate. But moving on, we get to our yandere waifus, who, through many obscenities, middle fingers, and smokes, are sharing their love with us. And on that list, we have Alex, Xanax, Yandere Neko, you hear? Why Sean? When do we get Sean X Big Bird OnlyFans? Joke's on you, same person. Walk Me Home Gently, Vaney Jordan, Juliana, Totally God, The Susanator, The Cactus Crossed the Road because it was stuck to the chicken, That Film Guy, Sticky Jelly, sorry it took me so long to fix my name, ADHD and all that jazz. Sorry about calling for HEBS, my name didn't update when I wanted it to, this is Mechanic Weeb. Silent Secondary, Shoujo Addict, You Don't Send Help, Send Me More Romance Tropes because my husband isn't a romantic is the title of my light novel. Sean, today I'm going to explain King Crimson Time Effect, how he is actually weak. No idea what the fuck that means. Sarah Birch, Salty Pretzel, Ross Palmer, Rhiannon Williams, Remington Merrill, Remington has bottom energy, ready to be isekai'd, no waifu no laifu, Navi, Mike the Mutilator, Matthew Drum says Rem's a bitch, Chop 92, Mad O2 Max, Lukey O, Luke Offenberger, Lonely Geek 23, Kazu Morocco, Casey Mosley, Cassidy, Just a Traveler, Jugumu Goku no Sarakire, Kajori Sugyo, no Sugyomatsu, Unramatsu, Furematsu, Kunero Tokoru, Nisumu Tokoru, Yabaru, Koji no Bi.
Yeah, believe it or not, there's more to that name, but it got cut off because, Patreon's character limit.
Woo! Jax, Jam Hands, Ichigo Simp 015, I want Rem to ruin DITF for me. I Remington enjoy Moe Lolly Girls. I have the power, I could be the hero, I could be the villain, it doesn't really matter, I can make this idiot say anything. I guess you're on Keter duty. Aha, you thought this was another Green Day repeat, but it was me, Dio, Hunter Davies. Hey you, slap on my knob like horn of the cob, then give me head like a Rem in bed, do a moan. Hey Rem, let me tongue punch your fart box. Help, I've angered Hotel Moscow with the feet pics I stole and need Black Lagoon Company to extradite me. Glenn Michael Dolan, fuck of Love Foxen Boy, French anime fans are known as weebs. Fern the Person Man is looking for love. Farmer Weeb, what kind of cars do sisters in anime ride? Nissans. Vantide, Fallen Ghoul, Epic Amy, Dulu Patrol Officer Spark Project, Ducky, Dracula United Hentai Production Manager. Does it look like something other than purchasing cake? Asks Misaka, presenting a question. Dr. Zorgonite, Did you know White Swartz has English original sets of stuff we reviewed like Mob Ruby and my favorite Batman Ninja, Dua, Datatype, Darkstorm 713, Dante Soriano, Creed 13, Shy 900, Cheese Monkey, Cage in the House, Brockard for Geodudes, Be Like Harry and Don't Fuck Your Sister Unless It's Your Redheaded Best Friend's Sister, Bara, Ariel Bird, Anime Out of Context Figures When I Already Filled the Last Mason Jar, Andrew Rauke, Ominase, Elise Howard, AJHoney, and Adam McLaughlin. Thank you all so much. We really appreciate it. But now we go over to Hogwarts, where we get to the boy wizard tier, where everybody is going to get a different video game.
That was the first bit of the show. So the first thing you thought of was that, huh?
It's very prevalent all around Pop Team Epic, so
Yeah.
it makes sense. But let's see. Oh, perfect. Why not? I think I've done like best video games or something like that before.
Right.
Let's do the worst video games.
Oh god, there are so many. How could anybody compile that list? There are too many. There are too many.
Well, that's great because I have two separate lists.
Fantastic.
One with 50, one with 30. So hell yeah. What is love? A vow, a band of gold, an ephemeral state of mind, or an action, perhaps a gift only truly received when reciprocated. You are going to get Fast and Furious Showdown.
Oh god. Yeah, movie time.
It's got a score of 1.2 out of 10.
Oof, that's rough.
Warning, we still remember the barrel. Speaking of barrels, you are going to get Jenga World Tour that got a 2.8 out of 10.
Oh man, we could play Jenga, but what if? What if it was digital?
Tony the Great. You are going to get Double Dragon 2 Wander of the Dragons, which is 1.5. It's a remake of Double Dragons 2.
I think I remember that one actually, yeah.
Stick Meat. You are going to get, oh man, classic Ride to Hell Retribution.
Oh,
1.2.
Ooh, that's some old school internet trash right there.
Silicon Spectre. You are going to get Looney Tunes Acme Arsenal. But it's on this list, but it did get an impressive 5.1 user scores.
Wow,
so.
that's practically royalty on this list.
Genuinely. It got really trashed in the critic score, but it is what it is. Pocket Gamer 513, you are going to get Road Rage, which got a 2.5. PL Mayor, Mucha Lucha, Masqueridas of the Lost Code, 4.0, and oh my god, is it hideous.
Oh god.
Odina Fish for Forest Fairy 5 Revisit. You are going to get, let's give you Family Party, 30 Great Games, Obstacle Arcade, that has a 1.1.
My god.
Nyan pasu 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 nyan. You are going to get Frey, which I don't know. It's a shitty sci-fi game that got a 2.4.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
MT the Poet, you get Survivor, that got a 2.6. A nice shitty Survivor game. Gotta love those branded games.
Oh, as in like the bad TV show?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Yeah, all right.
Mr. Marshmallow Man, you get Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Battle 22, which got a 4.8. Momo the Griff, you are going to get Stalin versus Martians.
Jesus. What?
I don't know, pick your team. 4.1. Mommy Baduko, Fuda Trap Thing, Asadoof, Didadoof, Shinadoof Bidono, Cursed Waifu Bidamai, Lord Brockdoof of Dulu. You are going to get Gravity Games Bike, Street Vert Dirt. Those are just words.
Those are in fact words, and I understood some of them.
They don't mean anything together, man. It's got a 4.0 though. There you go.
Hell
Mike
yeah.
wants an Overlord review. You are going to get Bubsy 3D.
Oh, Bubsy. Oh,
Good old
Bubsy.
I don't have a rating for all of these, but it's fucking Bubsy.
It's not good. That's all you need to know.
Was that for Mike or was that for Badu?
I think that was for Mike.
Cool. Miguel DeLeon, you're going to get E.T., the Extraterrestrial, a famously terrible Terrible
The
game.
honestly, probably like the first bad home video game. Like that was on the Atari, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was fucked. It was so bad.
Yeah.
Is your name Winter? Because you'll be coming soon. You are going to get Flat Out 3, Chaos and Destruction. So many just generic names.
Yeah, like these are words, right? But they don't. You wonder why these games didn't go so well.
Inuyasha is my favorite cryptid. Wants Inuyasha review for Valentine's. Oh boy, you get Homie Rollers.
I'm sorry.
It's got a 2.4, and I don't know, man. It doesn't.
Is that
I
like?
don't know,
Is it
man.
a Katamari where you just roll your homies around?
No, I don't. Looking at the cover, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna say anything more. If we ever meet, can I have a hug? Probably. I don't want to like guarantee anything. Because you could just like slather yourself in butter and be like, you promised, but you know.
Funnily enough, that's how you and I met, Rem.
It's true. You were like, hey, I heard someone crying in the bathroom, and it turns out it was Sean. I was like, hey, it's gonna be all right, and he's like, can I have a hug? And I said yes, and he opens the door, and he's just slathered in butter.
Well, it was at schools, and it was technically margarine. You know, they didn't.
Oh, okay,
they didn't
margarine,
spring
I'm
for the
sorry.
full butter. You know,
My bad.
that's part of the reason I was crying, actually.
And I was like, you should clean yourself up, and you were like, you promised, and I was like, fuck, he's got me.
You fell into my honey trap. Or
The video game you get rated at 1.6 out of 10 is Rambo the video game. Hinata's a Ball of Sunshine. You are going to get Kiss Pinball.
I'm sorry.
Like the band Kiss. It's
Oh,
a video game
okay.
pinball. For
Okay,
that.
all right,
Play
that's
on the
much
PlayStation.
less degenerate than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, 3.8. Harrison, you are going to get Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which has a 2.6.
Oof.
Fisherman from Norway, you know what you're gonna get? You're going to get Hotel Mario. That lovely CD game.
Oof.
Then we have Dwarven Spade. You are going to get BMX XXX. In case you're feeling really horny.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought Kiss Pinball was going to be, but nope, we just had to wait.
There's a pixel for each boob.
Ooh, spicy.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. Je pas de lunettes soleil. Je vous venger. Merci beaucoup. Je. Oui, baguette, monsieur.
I don't know what you said, but that was
It's what they. I don't know, man. But they're getting big rigs over the road racing.
Hell yeah.
Beethoven 1201, aka Kohei Uzumi. You are gonna get. Oh baby, you're getting Duke Nukem. The
bad one?
The one that was like 20 years in development.
Yeah, Duke Nukem Forever, I think is the one.
Yeah, Duke Nukem Forever. There you go.
I've got balls of steel and shitty game development. Yeah, no.
Oh
We've
man,
all played it.
What a wonder. Aaron Hegland, you're gonna get NBA Unrivaled. That got a 0.9 out of 10, the lowest so far.
I didn't think that was possible.
Yeah, no, I am confused because I would have thought that the lowest would have been 1 out of 10.
Like, surely you'd have to give negative reviews for that to be possible. Is that possible?
I don't know. 2 section, I have to show you my rule 34 of Yui. It is my favorite of my many folders. Good God, you're gonna get Legends of Wrestling 2, rated at a 3.7. So there you go. Moving on, finally, we get to the inappropriate Joey Wheeler tier, where, you know what we're gonna do?
What are we gonna do, Rem?
Everybody is going to get a Joey Wheelerified Pop Team Epic strip.
Oh, as in comic strip. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Which one do you want to be, Sean? I mean, either way, we're both Joey Wheeler, but like, which
I don't know.
one do you want to represent?
Am I the small, quick to anger one, or the cool-headed straight man in this relationship?
God, neither.
Well, I mean, one of us has to be the. Wait, we're gonna read. Oh, that's right. You're Joey Wheeler. Oh, I see. I see. All right.
He's finally understood.
Look. It's been a day. I watched a lot of Pop Team Epic to prepare for this episode. And by a lot of it, I just mean the one season that's around. Which, quite frankly, I would say is a lot.
All right. Oh shit, what do we do about other characters?
Not Joey Wheeler.
Alright. I'll be other characters, but I won't Joey Wheelerify them. And then I will be the short one, and you be the tall one. Alright?
All right.
This is gonna be so fucking confusing.
It's gonna be so stupid. Like, do you
First
not
of
have
all,
like
for
a...
everybody, but especially for those who have not read or watched Pop Team Epic. So
Oh, wait, are you not even gonna give them like a chapter, or like, do you just find random?
No, it's just the fucking short little comic strips.
Oh no, yeah, no, this is gonna be a disaster. All right.
Alright, so first, the day of darkness grows closer. I wonder if Sean would crumble under another full season of BoJack Horseman. He's age. For you get. Alright, we're on an airplane. Beef or chicken?
Beef.
You barely escaped with your life, motherfucker.
Oh god, the worst part is that some of these jokes aren't gonna translate great into English.
Okay. Alright. I'm trying to find one with
Ones with dialogue.
Yeah, because a lot of them are just
Visual.
very visual.
Yeah, I mean, that is the nature of manga and comics, unfortunately. The thing that makes them entertaining usually is the combination of the reading and the visuals.
Alright, okay, this one. Just switch to row your boat for this one, okay, Sean?
What? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, you understand.
Oh, okay.
Alright, and this one goes to my dear old mom, alright? And remember, you're a normal character first.
Yep.
What a fucking mess. Hey, Hughes. Row your boat gently. Hey, I ain't your fucking follow-up singer.
Yeah! Hey, calm down. That was a round. Just beat it.
Alright, and that one, so they were trying to join in the song, and I almost killed them.
Yep.
And last but not least, going above and beyond is Dylan Hayden. Which is there another page, or is this like all the next page? Cool.
Don't know how to use Tumblr, I see.
Dude, Tumblr is a fucking mystery.
I mean, especially since they got rid of the porn.
All right, well, we'll just do this one. Right. All right, and this one, I'm just normal character the whole time.
Yep.
We're buying a car. Isn't the red color wonderful?
Right. So you can hide the color of blood with this.
The hybrid car is very quiet.
Right. So you can kill without making a sound.
There we go. What an abomination. For man and God.
This is what Pop Team Epic does to you,
sorry,
man.
everybody.
This is what happens. Like once you dip in the proverbial wick of Pop Team Epic, it is no man's land. You don't know what's going on. You gotta.
If you want to reach out with a short comment, question, feedback, or recommendation, tweet us at AnimeConPod on Twitter or send an email over onto animeoutofcontext@gmail.com.
Once again, guys, thank you all so much for tuning in. We all love you very, very much, and as always, don't fuck your sister. Oh, Dylan absolutely would enjoy the show, I think. Like 100%. Like it would be his a jam. Yeah, but that's a low chance. I think I'd be willing to force it down his throat and see what happened.
Hello and welcome to Anime Out of Context, the show where I attempt to explain the sometimes weird, sometimes wonderful, but always hilarious world of anime.
And I go one-on-one versus God himself.
I'm Sean Rollins.
I'm Remington Chase.
And Remington, have you recovered from last week, do you think? Are you feeling better?
Yeah, I've mostly just been trying to find my sort of sense of self. Because it's not that I've been thrown into the abyss, it's just that I sort of lost any flavor or color in the world.
So you're looking for a bit more spice, something that'll really Bring things back into perspective, as it were.
I mean, I was thinking that I was until those words exited your mouth, and now I am second guessing because I don't know. I've got a bad feeling about just the way you said that.
What? I'm trying to help you, Rem. I realized that last time it was a bit of a bland, sour taste in your mouth, completely devoid of any of the fun pineapple flavor, and that it left you very angry. So, maybe I want to give you something that'll give you plenty to talk about. Something that is definitely, add a bit more flavor into your life and your experience. After all, it's like what everybody's least favorite racist uncle, Kid Rock, says. Ball with the body, bang bang, diggy diggy diggy, set the boogie, set up, jump the boogie. You know?
Perhaps that's where you do your fiddling.
I ain't gonna be doing any.
On the man himself,
I ain't gonna do any fiddling with Dylan. That is not what I'm gonna do.
fiddle the Dylan.
I cannot express how much I am not going to do that. There is very little desire in me to fiddle with the Dylan.
Is he not good enough? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying that if I'm gonna fiddle with somebody, it's not gonna be our editor. Because,
Does he not meet your standards?
I don't want to mix business
pretty
and pleasure,
fucked
Remington.
Pretty fucked up.
Look, I just want to make sure that our relationship is professional and wholesome as possible.
You can fiddle some of his holes.
I can't. Though. I certainly cannot.
And if he pays you for it, then you will be a professional.
Professional hole fiddler.
Yeah.
That's dangerously close to sounding like something else, and I am not a fan of that. That makes me very uncomfortable, all things considered.
Well, you're lost.
I don't know if it's a loss. I don't think it's a loss nor a gain. I think it's just a neutral experience overall. A neutral experience of me not wanting to fiddle with our editor. So you ready to record a podcast by chance?
Yep.
All right. Are you recording as well?
I am.
Okay. Hopefully Dylan doesn't pay too close attention to that fiddle conversation. All right. Well, with that in mind, let's get started then. In 3, 2, 1, mark. Hello and welcome to Anime Out of Context. That's the beginning of the damn show, you idiot. What are you doing? What is wrong with you? You've been doing this for fucking ages. What is wrong with you? Okay, take 2. 3, 2, 1, mark.